All right, so Shana Tova to everybody. I hope everybody had a wonderful davening, and the tefillah was good, prayer was good, and we started the year hopefully on the right track. Thank you to everybody who called, text, or email Shana Tova. I really appreciate it. I appreciate it. I was just wondering about those who didn't call. I was wondering those who didn't text. I was wondering about those who didn't even email. I was busy. I'll tell you, I was busy. But I was looking for the reason why would prevent a person from wishing someone that he knows or she knows a Shana Tova. And one needs to understand, Shana Tova is you wish somebody good. And when you wish somebody good, you're not God. You're wishing HaKadosh Baruch Hu to give that person a good year. Right? HaKadosh Baruch Hu is called good. His Torah is good. Lekach tov natati lachem. So when you say somebody Shana Tova, you want the Shana is going to be filled with the brachot of the Torah and so on and so forth. Or when you see somebody in the street, you don't say somebody Shalom, Shalom Aleichem. And we all know that the Shem of Hashem is Shalom too. What will be that? And I'll tell you it's very simple. It's a spiritual block. Spiritual block. And that is a big problem. By the way, you should know the spiritual blocks are not only to secular Jews or to secular people not observant. You could be a shomer Torah and mitzvot and have a spiritual block to you. Chasima ruchanit. The spirit doesn't come in you, it doesn't come out of you. Blocked. It's in jail. And that is the problem of all things that are there for us, especially as Jews. As a Jew, one needs to understand that there's no such thing as I'm a believer Jew, I'm an atheist Jew, I am a, I don't know, whatever is out there, secular Jew, whatever. There's no such thing. Every Jew is a believer. However, some are activated believers, and some are sleeper believers, like sleeper cells, Like you have a spy, an operative in any, he's a sleeper, he's planted there. We are sleepers, there's some Jews who are sleepers too. Yeah. The reason why people are sleeper believers is because they have a spiritual block. And that spiritual block could be taken care of if you want to. If you want to. Allergy season is starting. If you want to. For example, for a man to go to a mikveh, it will help you with a spiritual block. A woman doesn't need to go to a mikveh unless she goes for her husband. And if a woman wants to go to the mikveh, and she's not married, we tell her absolutely not. You're not allowed to for very, clear reasons. No, a woman is not allowed to go. But there's many other things that people can do. Let's say they live in a place that there's no mikvah or something like that. I'll give you an example. We live in a society, in a world that covers up the core. What do I mean? You want to listen to a singer today, nowadays, Rihanna, Miley, Cyrus, all these people. What's the name of the boys, guys? Asher, Masher, Pasher, all this, yeah? They sing through a computer, and there's a lot of noise around. The voice is not a dominant thing, and the human voice has an ability to break all kind of barriers. For example, that's why Breslevs, they go to the forest. They scream. when you, for example, listen to music nowadays, music is old. There's a lot of noise there. That computer to synthesize the voice, guitars, electric guitars, drum, bom, 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 bom. And you don't hear anything. You don't hear a voice like, for example, they did in the, let's say in the 50s, when you had people like, let's say Nat King Cole, Frank Sinatra, when the voice was the dominant thing. That's why, by the way, a chazan in a shul should not have a music playing with him. The Reform movement in Europe had introduced, for various reasons, they introduced music and organ and a choir and the whole entire service, because they want to look like the Christians. They didn't want to look like Jews. The chutzpah, the audacity that they have, they claim they're Jews, But they didn't want to be like Jews. They want to be like the Christians. So whatever is good for the Christians, not necessarily is good for the Jews, for what we want to achieve. The Chazan's voice has to be clear. Best example for that is the shofar. The voice of the shofar has to be clear. You're not allowed to add anything that would manipulate the sound of the shofar. The sound of the shofar sounds like a crying of a person. It goes like this, right? So that voice has to be pure. No voices, no talking. Nothing even to change it, to make it louder, more beautiful, to vibrate. Nothing, you're not allowed to. Because that shofar breaks the barriers between us and HaKadosh Baruch Hu that we had put in. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is not hidden from us. We are hiding Him from us. So comes the shofar and breaks it. And you feel a little bit elevated on Rosh Hashanah. That's something that is very important. That's why we don't like to be alone. To be alone is good. We don't like to be alone because we don't want to hear the voice that rises up from inside of us. It says, Shuvu banim shovevim, repent, make tshuva, come closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We don't want to hear this voice. So we sleep, we put earphones. I don't understand people, for example, who walk in the street and listen to music. I don't understand that. Or hike or exercise. They jogging with music on. When I used to jog a lot, I wanted to hear my breathing. So I know if I'm synchronized with the pace or not. I don't want to hear some, I don't know what, I don't know, the Jimi Hendrix hammering in my head. I might hyperventilate, I might get unsynchronized, so I want to be in tune with myself. The same thing on a spiritual level. I need to hear the inner voice. I need to awaken that sleeper cell inside of me to come back home to Kadosh Baruch Hu. I have to. Sometimes you need some guidance. And for that we have the halacha, aseh lecha rav. You should make yourself a rabbi. Aseh lecha rav means, it's very simple. You don't ask, you have one rabbi, you ask him halachot eruvin. This one you ask halachot kashrut. This one you ask halachot Shabbat. Aseh lecha rav, one rabbi. You ask all the questions you ask him. Also, you don't become your own self-rabbi. You have to ask somebody else. To that matter, even it's not recommended even to have somebody as his own father as his rabbi. It's not recommended. Because if he tells you something and you say no, so that's already a problem of kibud avaim, of siruv. I'm not listening to my own father. He doesn't hear to the voice of the father and mother. And we know when there are two voices speaking, the kid gets all messed up. Bekol aviv veimo, it should have said in one voice. So that's what it is, Rabotai. Look at what closes your spiritual block, unblock them, and it's still not too late to say somebody Shana Tova. So have a Shana Tova all.